apparently on a detour, but I don't know about this. Oh. I just...
Road alert. So far in our travels, things have been okay. You know, as far as Mexican roads are very narrow, for the most part, and a lot of potholes. You know, especially between San Felipe and Puercitos. That was really bad. And beat the coach up, you know. But this is a good, tough coach, so I'm really happy with that. After Puercitos, though, the road is gorgeous. It's brand new. I doubt it's a year old, you know. Comparable with U.S. interstates. It's nice. And then after that, after you get down to Gonzaga Bay, that's all great. And then you get past there to Punta Final. And about, I'd say 2 or 3 miles past that, there's this innocent-looking detour. And yeah, it's off onto dirt roads. I mean, there's a lot of dirt roads in Mexico. That's kind of a standard thing, right? And going down a slope, I mean like this, seriously, 20%, maybe more, off down into the big, it's like a big arroyo. There's a bridge across there, the freeway takes it.
She's just gone around that thing.
Yeah, and then there's the military or something.
This isn't...
Flagrant brake blocks.
This doesn't take us back up on the road. I don't have any idea when this hooks back up with the real road.
Well, yeah, there's no sign, nothing. It doesn't say anything about its length, and our Garmin here knew nothing about it. Knew nothing about it. A lot of the time, we were just like, it tracks a line of where you've been, and we're just going through nothing. We're like forging trail. It's never even heard of, you know.
Okay, this is a little further down the road. A nice Mexican family stopped to tell us we had been going down the wrong side to get over here onto this one. And this is the one. And we've seen now 2 cars come down this road from the highway.
So that was. We should have got there's a $50 upgrade for Mexico for 2017, which we did not get. It takes a lot of internet to download that, because it's, like several gigs, and we didn't really have that going on, So we thought, that'd be fine. And it was. I mean, it was, but it's kind of a go forward or go all the way, probably almost all the way back to Mexicali to try, to go down the one. And, well, we didn't want to do that because, we had no idea that was even there until we're into it now, There's nowhere to turn around. There's no escape. Forward or we're camping there forever, So that's how that went. Not open. And you think, well, it looks like it's just going to go back up on the other side of the bridge there. It does not. No. It goes through something that I'm pretty sure they ran some of the Baja 1000 on, Slowly. That's the slow part. And so, yeah, it was about 22 miles of some of the gnarliest road I've ever seen. I mean, just, wow. We're 4 by a sphere to tread. And they're running everything on it. I mean, little cars, semis, all of the traffic for the 5 is going on that. Whew. So, it took us 5.5 hours of crawling along. Well, almost the whole time, we had to keep stopping because my wife is back here just trying to hold up the solar panels because, you know, the ground-mounted solar panels, just trying to hold those up and trying to hold our fridge in because it's not mounted very well. Right, we had the Never Cold replaced with that DC refrigerator that you've seen in our other videos. Well, it's not mounted that well for 4x-in. I mean, this thing was just rocking. The whole coach was rocking so hard. And I'm trying to avoid every hole I can, but good luck with that.
Quite the little ravine right there. So, if you choose to take this route, be prepared.
Bonus, ever since I have hooked up the dolly, the lights didn't really work all that great. And after this 5.5-hour ordeal, they work perfect now. Just ding, it worked great. Everything's perfect. And the microwave had a problem where it's got like a light underneath it over the stove. And if you put that on high, it would shut the whole microwave off because we've had electrical problems in previous parks. And that seems to have fixed itself as well. So, hey, it's a Chevy. Chevys heal themselves, right? They do. Some of the scenery we went through on our detour was just amazing. The biggest saguaro cacti I have ever seen. I mean, huge. These things are 40, 50 feet tall. I mean, they're just enormous. Like tree size, right? And all kinds of, plant life I've never seen before. It looked like an alien landscape, but it was just gorgeous. It was just gorgeous. We're white knuckling it down this road, but every so often we'd stop so my wife could rest her arms, and sit down for a minute, try and get things together here, because wow. So there's the road warning. Coco's Corner. That was the first civilization we saw after 15 miles, I'd say. About halfway through it. It's a little place called Coco's Corner. It's a little restaurant. I think he had a couple RV spots there, just some general little stuff out in the desert. And they're just laughing there. They were looking at our coach, and I'm trying to tell him. I asked him, "Will this road ever end? Does this ever end?" And they're like, "Yes, yes, it does. But it's going to be a while still, so don't hold your breath." I was like, "Oh man." After 5.5 hours, we were almost in tears, seeing asphalt show up. It's just like, oh, we wanted to get out and kiss the pavement there because it was so awesome.
We are at the intersection, finally. I honestly didn't think we'd live through that. You okay, honey? Mike, what is it? I've
I've noticed some sidewall damage on one of the tires. Looks like a rock gouge. So it's not very deep, but we may be getting us a tire here at some point. Hopefully that's cheap in Mexico. Ding. The other good part would be that it is a rear tire, so we have 4 of those, and you can put retreads on the back. So those are way cheaper than new tires, about half the price. So there's that too. And there's tire shops like you wouldn't believe here. I mean, everywhere. Llantera, I believe, right? Llantera, everywhere. More of those than there are Pemex stations, and there's lots of those too. So that's the road alert so far. If you're on the 5, you better be ready for some 4-buying, or you better be ready to turn around and go pretty much all the way back to Mexicali.
How long does it look like it's going to take them to fix that whole road?
Man, I don't know. That's an undertaking they got going there. It's nice and wide, you know, good 2-lane with emergency lanes and stuff, right? It's good, like a U.S. highway. And I don't know when that's supposed to be completed. They got a lot more work to do. A lot more work. Another 30 miles maybe. I don't know, 25 miles more through mountains and stuff. I mean, they're in the hard part, it looks like. So they got to like basically blast their way through the mountains and put the road in there, because I think what we were on was the old road through there, or parts of it, you know, because some of it wasn't as bad. You'll see on the clips that we got, those are the parts that aren't as bad, because the parts that are really bad is when Cheryl was back here holding the rest of the rig together, and nobody's filming. It's white knuckle time. You know, you never know what's coming around the hairpin corner when you got a drop off right here and a cliff right here. And so honking your horn and, you know, hoping to God there isn't a semi coming around that corner, because there was nowhere to be. Right? Wow. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. People with fifth wheels and tow behinds, you know, if you got a big old 4x4, you're going to have a lot better time of it. Trailers are not nearly as heavy as a Class A motorhome. You know, it'll kind of bounce around behind you. But all you Class A's, Class C's, watch that. Class B probably be all right. You know, it doesn't weigh as much, so, and it's not as wide. So it still would be harrowing. You better be ready for some driving. So there you go. Road report and close.